Hi everybody, my name is Andrew Holter. I'm a firefighter, paramedic, and organizational psychologist, and I'm here today to help you put out some of the fires that you might be having in your organization. Now, one of the things I get asked more than anything else is, what is IO psychology? And IO stands for industrial and organizational psychology. And depending on where you're at in the country or in the world, you might be called something completely different. We're occupational psychologist, workplace psychologist, business psychologist, industrial psychologist, organizational, IO, industrial organizational. And there are some nuanced differences in some of these titles. But in general, IO psychology is the study and application of human behavior and psychology in the workplace. And so one quick point of clarification is that IO psychologists are not involved in clinical psychology. They're not providing psychotherapy. They're not diagnosing individuals or treating individuals for anything. And so IO psychologists are in a very different field and arena than clinical psychologists. Clinical psychologists often have to go through pretty lengthy supervised practice times that lead to licensure, whereas in many cases, IO psychologists are exempt from licensure because they're not providing healthcare related activities whatsoever. So a quick point of reference there. So what do IO psychologists do with this study of human behavior in the workplace? What does that even mean? And really, outside of academia, IO psychologists are able to take that academic research that's been done over the decades that the field has existed and apply it to organizations. And you're probably wondering, like, okay, great, what does that do and what is that worth? When systems are built properly and organizations are structured properly and have the right tools and things in them, people thrive. People are very successful. People perform, productivity goes up. And so all of these things are certainly things that are beneficial to organizations, whether you are a volunteer fire department, a hospital, or a career fire department, or a local government. Being able to recruit and retain workers is a critical task. And if you're not doing it based on things that are coming from IO psychology, what are you doing it based on? Are you throwing sign-on bonuses at a problem? Because IO psychologists would generally tell you that that's not going to move the bar at all. So IO psychologists are typically involved most frequently right now with hiring and selection processes. That's where we're more predominantly used in the United States at the moment to help create those assessments or tests and validate them, make sure they're reliable, and then use those to help fire departments hire new firefighters. But there are 1,000 different ways that IO psychologists can be used in workplaces and in organizations to help them really get the most return on their investment when it comes to human capital in the organization. So if you're having challenges, if there's conflict, if there are system failures, it might be time to look at how you can integrate IO psychology into your organization, because I guarantee you, when you make systemic changes that are structural based on the foundations of IO psychology, those can have extraordinarily large impacts and outcomes on things like productivity and production, performance, and just getting people to be engaged in their work and actually enjoy what the workplace is offering them, be satisfied. So maybe it's time for your organization to consider what IO psychology can do and what challenges we might be able to help you with.